Swastiastu everyone. So let me introduce myself. My full name is Luh Gede Yuliaratih and my friend is Kadek Tania Aprianti. So we hope all of you are doing fine. Alright, in this video we are going to discuss about cross-cultural understanding. So here we have one video about Balinese culture. Without further ado, let me watch and listen.
Spirituality is Bali's foundation. It's why they call this the Island of the Gods. It's where traditions and beliefs are part of daily life, where offerings are made with gratitude and devotion, and where architecture reflects these deep beliefs. But what really makes Bali special are the Balinese people themselves. They embody the island's spiritual essence with their kindness, warmth, and laid-back attitude. So join me and our local guide Deepta to discover Bali's wonderful traditions, learn about local customs and architecture, and we'll end with the most incredible ceremony I've ever attended. Come with us to see the island that most tourists never get to see. Bali is a Hindu island in a Muslim sea that's mixed their own beliefs with Hinduism to create their own unique traditions. But what really sets Bali apart is how religion's integrated into everyday life. One of my favorite things about Bali is the Canang Sari, a daily offering to demonstrate gratitude. Whether you're walking out of your hotel room, wandering through a bustling market, or strolling along a quiet back street, the sights and scents of these offerings is a constant reminder of Balinese faith. You don't only see these offerings in the city, they're common in rural areas too. This one created by local farmers as a small shrine. Driving around Bali, you see traditional Balinese architecture woven into almost everything. Small roads are often marked with stone gates and statues. A lot of bridges have statues of local deities. The checkered cloth represents balance and harmony between good and evil, light and dark. And it's not just statues who wear this print. And by the way, who says roundabouts have to be boring? Not in Bali. In rural areas, decorative carvings are used to mark plots of land, and you can see here that even the local farmers have a sense of design and maybe a sense of humor. Get out of the commercial sprawl around Kuta and Seminyak, and there are endless small Balinese villages, each with at least one temple. Some fairly modest, but almost all incredibly beautiful and ornate. The scale and variety of temples is like no other place I've ever been.
Okay, what do you get on the video? Yes, that is about the Balinese culture, which talk about tradition and architecture. So, Bali is as known as Island of God. The community and family are oriented with culture. Bali's social structure is strongly communal. Traditional Balinese society revolves around banjar, or neighborhood councils, where people gather for religious and cultural activities. And there is a deep sense of mutual support within these communities. And family ties are central to Balinese life. And the concept of gotong royong, or working together, is an important aspect of daily life. So people are expected to support one another and share responsibilities, especially during religious ceremonies, which require collective effort. Hinduism in Bali is a key part of cultural identity. The Balinese practice Agama Hindu Dharma, a form of Hinduism adapted to local customs. Religion is intricately woven into daily life, from the small offerings made to the gods, or often seen as small baskets of flowers, rice, and incense. So, to the Lord, elaborate temple ceremonies, or pura, are central to both religious and social life. And every village in Bali typically has its own temple where ceremonies are held regularly. Bali is also famous for its art, including traditional dance, painting, and craft. And the gamelan or sestra, played with metal percussion instruments, is a hallmark of Balinese music, often accompanying dance that tells stories from Hindu epic. And the island visual art form, from intricate wood carving to colorful painting, are both a form of worship and artistic expression. Okay, for the next, what is culture diversity? Culture encompasses the values, belief, and practice and behaviors shared by a group, while perception refers to the way individuals interpret and make sense of the world around them. And the term culturally diverse is often used interchangeably with the concept of multiculturalism. So, multiculturalism is defined as a system of a belief and behavior that recognize and respect the presence of all diverse group in an organization or society, acknowledge and values their sociocultural differences, and encourage and enables their continued contribution with an inclusive cultural context, which empowers all within the organization or society. Culture is the lens with which we evaluate everything around us. We evaluate that what is proper or improper, normal or abnormal through our culture. And cultural diversity is important because our country, workplace, and then schools increasingly consist of various cultural, racial, and ethnic groups, and we can learn from one another. But first, we have to have a level of understanding about each other in order to facilitate collaboration and cooperation. And then learning about other cultures help us understand different perspectives within the world in which we live and help dispel negative stereotypes and then personal biases about different groups. Bali is as known as an island of God. Balinese have a lot of celebration, such as for the first one is Melasti. So Melasti is a purification ritual performed by Balinese Hindu before Nyepi, or the Day of Silence. So it involves a procession to the sea, lake, or other water source. Consists sacred, and participants carry a sacred object or pratima from temple to be cleansed. And Melasti symbolizes spiritual purification and the removal of impurities from individuals and the community. It is a preparation to cleanse the mind and soul, and aligning them with the divine before entering the new year. And next, for the second one is Ngaben. So Ngaben is in a Balinese Hindu ceremony, cremation ceremony. It is a significant ritual for releasing the soul of the deceased, or allowing it to ascend and be reincarnation. And For the function of ngaben is also to liberate the soul or atma from earthly bond, purify, and then it guide it to the spiritual realm, and where it can eventually reincarnate. And it also serves as a way for the living to honor and let go of their loved one. So for the third one is Otonan. So Otonan is a traditional Balinese birthday ceremony that occurs every 210 days or based on the Pawukon calendar, and it marks the spiritual growth and progress of an individual. And for the function, the ritual is performed to express gratitude to the gods, ancestor, and spirit for the individual's life. So it also serves to balance and harmonize their spiritual and earthly element, ensuring well-being and protection. And the fourth one is Meped. So Meped is a ceremonial procession in which women carry offering on their head, and while men accompany them with other temple necessities. And this is often seen during temple ceremonies or significant rituals. And for the function, Moped reflect devotion and unity within the community. So it showcases discipline, harmony, and gratitude to the deities. And the procession itself is an act of honoring the god and maintaining tradition. And for the last is potong gigi or metatah. So potong gigi or metatah is a tooth-filling ceremony conducted during adolescence in Bali. So it involves filling down the 6 upper front teeth or canines and incisors to reduce their sharpness. And for the function, the ceremony symbolizes the removal of negative traits such as greed, lust, anger, jealousy, confusion, and intoxication. So it signifies the transition of adulthood, balancing physical and spiritual elements, and preparing the individual for social and spiritual responsibilities. While there's certainly a growing influence of modern individualism values due to tourism, media, and globalization, tradition Balinese culture and values still hold strong, especially in rural area. So even in more modern or tourist-driven part of Bali, there is often an effort to strike a balance between tradition and then modernity. So many Balinese are increasingly finding ways to integrate their rich cultural heritage with contemporary lifestyle, including in business, fashion, and art. So Bali's culture remains predominantly communal with an emphasis on family, tradition, and religion. However, the influence of tourism and globalization has led to some individualistic trends, particularly in urban and tourist-heavy areas. So the government maintains a focus on cultural preservation while balancing economic development, creating a unique blend of the old and new. Well, that's all the topic that explained by me. So for the next topic, will we continue with my friends?
Swastiastu. Alright then, thank you for the time, Rati. Now I would like to continue to discuss about what is the impact of cross-culture diversity in Bali, especially a lot of impact there, such as from the positive and negative impact of cultural diversity. So that Balinese people is actually a collectivism peoples, but because of the modernizations and globalizations, so that's why Bali must be more strict to keep their cultures, and then more individualistic to keep their cultures like that. So they could not accept the others cultures like that. So they must be know which one is good, which one is not good. So that's why that's why many Balinese are increasingly finding ways to integrate their rich culture in heritage with contemporary lifestyles, including in business, fashion, and also art. So cultural diversity is good actually, but sometimes there is a problems that faced by the Balinese peoples because of the cultural diversity. So that is the important for us to learn, and then to learn about the cross cultures understanding. Let me see some issue over here. The first one is this one. Alright then, so I have some picture over here that is talk about the problems in cross cultures understanding. The first one is there is pictures of where the ceremony are still celebrate over there. That is the end of the Ngaben ceremony, where people will going to the beach for the last ceremony of Ngaben, and then after that suddenly there is a firework in front of them, and then the second one there is picture of foreigners sit on the blingy, and then there is Otonan, and then there is a birthday. That is the thing that I will discuss in this. Alright then, next. Alright, the first issue is the long-running controversy over the firework party at Vince Beach Club Bali. So Balinese government recount that resident of Banjar, Tegal Gunung held the Ngaben ceremony on October 13, 2024, starting at 8 a.m. with a tent for Sulinggi Hindu priests to lead the ceremony on beach had even be set up earlier that morning. And then since the Sulinggi began the ceremony at 5:30 p.m. So, and the local society noticed the firework to film this close because Balinese people will doing the ceremony at the beach. So that's why they noticed that please hold the fireworks after. And then after the ceremony finish, you can continue it again, but it doesn't happen. So both of the ceremony and also the celebration of the fireworks are together held like that. So that is the problems actually. So that is we have to understand that and also have tolerance with the other cultures like that. So that's why that is the problems that usually happen in nowadays like that. So because of the lack understanding of cultures, it could be a long-running controversy like that. So alright, but in every problems it can be resolved like that.
Well, that's all about our topic in this video. So thank you for watching and listen. Om Santi 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 Om.